Hey guys, welcome to the Late Night Debate Show. I'm here with my co-host Anthony.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm the cool one.
No, you're not. Don't even try to fake everyone out here. But anyway, we're on to start with our show here, and we got some big news today. Sean Payne's got corona.
That sucks.
Yeah,
He kind of deserved it for Bountygate, though.
yeah, he kind of does. Like the guy doesn't get a break, but you know what? For what he did, you kind of deserve it. So anyway, we're beyond that. We can skip past it. Look, everyone's getting corona at this point. Like I wouldn't be surprised by like literally then this year everyone has corona. So
You can put a bounty on Brett Favre when you have Drew Brees yourself. Come on.
yeah. Anyway, we got here some other news that Cam Newton is not finding trade partners for obvious reasons because god damn it it's not nice for teams to hear that you're having to relearn how to throw a football.
Yep. He got hit by a car, and then he broke whatever, and now he broke something else. He just has injury problems all over the place. He's 30. I just don't think
He's
any
worse
team.
than Carson Wentz. At least Carson Wentz
Yeah,
fucking broke his legs like a manly man
yeah.
going in the
Carson.
line of fire.
The flag got called on the play, but if there was no flag, that would have been a touchdown on the play that he broke his ACL.
Yeah. But anyway, beyond that, we're gonna go on and just go past some other news. There is some big Rams news though, in terms of they're dropping Todd Gurley, who, put it lightly at this, he had a very short but very nice career, but now he's basically gone, boys.
He's got injury problems too. I don't think he's completely gone, but he probably isn't looking at a starting role on any team. They were
Yeah.
trying to get rid of him, like a sort of David Johnson trade, maybe if they can sneak one by another team.
Yeah.
But
No, send him to freaking Houston. They'll somehow get something out of him.
I don't even know why Houston traded for David Johnson. They don't need another running back. They have Lamar Miller, who's sort of healthy, and Duke Johnson's still under contract. I really don't know what they're doing.
I don't know. They want running backs. They want to return back to the '80s.
This is why Bill O'Brien needs to be fired.
Yeah. And there's for a multitude of reasons, but that's one of them.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Anyway, for Rams, they just released Clay Matthews too, which, unfortunately for the Eagles, we don't need another D end. Well, we do, but I don't know. We don't really need Clay Matthews, really.
He's a linebacker to the Rams because he's an edge rusher in a 3-4.
Yeah.
But in the Eagles 4-3, you can't put him at linebacker. It's not the same way as the
Yeah.
defense works. So he would have to be a D end in our scheme, and we just really don't need any veteran D ends. That's why we cut Vinny Curry. If we wanted a veteran D end, we would just held on to him.
Yeah, really. As much as I would like Clay Matthews, that's not really worth it.
This does open up some cap room for the Rams, though. Clay Matthews.
Yeah,
and
they were in some
Scott-
serious cap hell. Not as bad as Vikings, but
Yeah. They're not as bad as the Vikings or Steelers, but they needed some extra money. They might make a signing or probably
or like actually try to sign someone back, or like get some O line because they don't have one.
they could be looking for O-line help, or they could just be opening some more money for the draft picks.
Yep. And some less important news. What is it? The cornerback Torrey McKayler, is signing with the Bengals. Not really that important.
Not a move
And
there.
what are you saying?
Not a big move there. Not that important.
Yeah. And the Saints are is signing a 1-year deal with Carolina Panthers. Keith Kirkwood. I have no idea who he was.
Just cut these people out. Nobody cares.
Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, here's some actual big news. That especially for Eagles fans, really, we got Darius Slay for a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick, and he's also got a 3-year, $50 million contract. If I'm correct on that, I think those are direct numbers.
That makes him the highest paid corner in the NFL. He's earning more money than Jalen Ramsey. He's a great corner. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if he's worth that kind of money.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. That'll be later in our show. But
Yeah.
Another big thing for us, especially for the Eagles, would be that we're interested in Yannick Ngakwe, who I actually like him. It depends what we have to trade for him and how much he's going to cost, but like I definitely think he's going to be a real good piece if we could get him in our system.
Yeah, Nanak Ngakwe, if they let him go, he probably would have been the most coveted free agent of this class. But
Nah.
they had to tag him just so they could try to get something back for him. They're thinking they're going to get like a 1st-round pick. I really don't see that happening.
Nah. He's young. I like personally for Eagles. Like actually, I like this trade personally. I'd rather send off Alshon Jeffrey, purge him, send him over. As much as I like Alshon Jeffrey, he's too much of a problem inside of the locker room. Just send
I
him
don't think
away with
I don't
like a
think
second round pick.
you're not going to get a 24 superstar D end for Alshon Jeffrey.
Now Alshon Jeffrey a second and maybe like a fourth.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable.
Man, that sounds pretty reasonable personally. I
Yeah.
don't want to get rid of Derek Barnett because like then we're just getting rid of like we're just replacing one guy with another, and I think Derek Barnett has something in him.
Alshon Jeffrey's a decent player, but he just doesn't hold up in key moments. Like he dropped that Saints pass, and
Oh
then
yeah,
he
no, that
he
was a
said
bad
next
pass
year
drop.
he said the next year that he was going to repay the city for that Saints pass, and he did nothing. He was hurt half
Oh
the
no,
year.
he repaid him definitely. He almost literally imploded the team. Anonymous Eagle source.
Yeah, top Eagles names, best Eagles nicknames ever: Reggie White, Minister of the Defense; Brian Dawkins, Weapon X; and Alshon Jeffrey, Eagles anonymous source.
Yeah, that was a real poggers. That was like an actual like really fire tweet.
Yeah, everybody knew it was him, and he's just been trash talking Carson since the get go. He just needs to get out of the locker room environment.
Yeah. And just some other stuff like the Broncos released Joe Flacco, and we also got what is it? Linebacker Devondre Campbell is signing with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals actually this year are doing a pretty good like job at free agency. They got away with some pretty good steals and that kind of stuff. It
Yeah.
looks like they're trying to make not maybe a run. I would say next year. And the biggest thing from the Rams also, I completely forgot about this person, but Brandon Cooks is on the trade market. He's a good deep threat, and I think Eagles need to be going after him because that may open us up to picking up like a corner in the draft.
I don't think the Eagles need to go after him.
We-
He's like what?
I think
20
we go after him. If we do the Alshon trade, I would think we go after him too.
No. If we trade Alshon, then the wide receivers we have under contract is Deshaun Jackson and Shelton Gibson and Greg Ward. That's pretty much all that matters.
Well,
Robert Davis.
but I'm saying we're gonna have also Brandon Cooks, and then we can get like in our second round we can get
You don't
like
want-
a good receiver.
You don't want two receivers to both be deep threats, then the corner's just going to play cover 4 all game. You want one deep threat and one physical. That's what we had with Alshon and Deshaun, but neither of them could stay healthy. And Nelson Aguilar just flat out sucked, and he was number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's
Nelson
a decent.
Aguilar, there's a reason why we don't let him back in. We don't
Yeah.
speak of that man.
He's a decent player, but he just couldn't handle number 1 corners, especially when the other guys were hurt. And that play against the Cowboys, just awful. He just pulled his hands back and completely dropped the ball.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on, we are going to be talking about some of the possible Eagles pickups we can do, because like now we have Darius Slay. We're not horrible at corner. We do need need a strong safety, and we do need another cornerback maybe just to help for depth. But,
Yeah, well, the reports say that Jalen Mills is going to be playing strong safety. I just really don't see that happening. He doesn't have the build. I was hoping we would sign Carl Joseph, maybe.
he would need to
but-
be eating a lot of Big Macs before that he would be a strong safety.
Yeah, he just doesn't have the strength for it.
Yeah.
I see him more as a free safety, but
Yeah.
if we were going to do that, I don't know why we re-signed Rodney McLeod, so I just really don't see how he's playing here.
I don't see it either, but we do need linebackers. I'll tell you that. We need
Yeah,
coverage linebackers. I haven't been really looking as much into them as I've been looking into the like D line, O line. That's just kind of my thing. Have you seen any possible pickups we can get for the D line? For the linebackers.
Honestly, every linebacker I liked is gone. Devondre Campbell was good. Corey Littleton, maybe Kyle Van Noy. They're all gone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for a cornerback, I think Logan Ryan would be a pretty good pick. Though the issue is he does want $10 million a year, which isn't
Yeah.
bad, but it's not great. We're not Miami here. We don't have like infinite money.
Yeah. I don't know. If we were going to spend that kind of money on one player, it probably should have been a linebacker, but they're all gone. Like,
So
even
we have to draft one. That's
Even
really
they're
what's gonna have
low.
to happen.
Yeah, even the second tier linebackers like Alexander from Green Bay and
I don't want to deal with the freaking Green
Joe
Bay
Schobert,
Packers. Joe
Joe
Sherbert,
Schobert,
yeah.
Cleveland. Like literally every free agent linebacker is just gone. We're gonna have to draft one, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like it. Unless, yeah, we're basically forced to have to draft some.
Yeah,
Cause
we're probably gonna need two. I'm guessing we're planning on bringing Nigel Bradham back on a cheap deal. We're still gonna need.
I don't know. He may have some bad blood with Howie. That's the issue.
Yeah, he might.
What about No, I was thinking of someone else, but yeah, I saw better of it. But anyway, yeah, there. Like personally, I think Ngagwe. I personally think the Hargraves pickup wasn't that bad. So you disagree with me on this?
Yeah, I don't like the signing.
Yeah.
We have too many D tackles as it is. We have Fletcher Cox, who's the best D tackle not named Aaron Donald,
Yeah.
and we just really don't need another one. We have Malik Jackson under contract for 2 more years. He's really expensive. You're paying Fletcher Cox a fortune. Brandon Graham's earning a lot. Derek Barnett's still on his rookie deal, so he's not earning a lot, but he's going to want an extension soon. I
Yeah.
just really don't see the money for
But it's Howie
another.
Roseman, guys. I think we all know this. Howie Roseman loves two things in life: O-line and D-line. And if he sees a possibility to extend the D-line, he will always extend the D-line.
Pretty much, yeah. He loves to mix and match the D linemen, move some D ends into tackle. He does that with Brandon Graham a lot,
Yeah.
and he shifts them inside and out so they can all stay like energized throughout the game. You think
Yeah.
he comes in waves and the O line just gets tired near the end.
So I think Hargrave isn't that bad of a talent. I think like if it was like anyone else, I may have been more angry. But like, I think
Yeah,
Hargraves is not a bad pickup. Like horrible.
he's a decent talent, and he's only 26, so he has long term aspirations. But with Malik Jackson there and still under contract, very expensive. I don't know. If we didn't have Malik Jackson, like if we didn't sign him last year, I would say Hargrave is a great signing. But
Yeah. I think
w-
personally we should definitely be looking at who is it? Jadeveon Clowney. Personally, like I think like he would be a great pickup, but the issue is he's just asking for so much money. Bruh, it's like it's
well,
an astronomical amount of money.
Ngakwe doesn't want that much less.
Yeah, but at least Ngagwe's not asking for 20 million, shall we say?
Yeah,
And we can also
he'll
yeah,
want 16, 17 though. It's not that much less.
if that's 4 million we could use somewhere else, so I don't know.
I think Nigel Bradham's still going to want like 2 or 3,
Mhm. Yeah.
even on a cheap deal. That's still we were paying him like 8 last year. If we signed him to a cheap deal, and if no other team wants him, and he's probably the best linebacker left on the market. So I really don't see him lasting that long.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, what do you think about Derek Barnett? I think he's a pretty good sleeper pick. Like in terms of like on our D line, he's a pretty good sleeper.
Well, he wasn't a sleeper. He was a first round draft pick.
He's a first
He's
round draft pick who
yeah.
plays like he's a sleeper on our D line because there's so much talent on our D line.
He's a first round draft pick that plays like a second, maybe a third rounder. He's decent. He's young. He's got long term hopes, but he's just not doing it for me. He can't. Like we come out at them in waves, so it's okay to have a liability like that. But if it was any other D line where you just have 4 starters that you use the entire game, I don't think Derek Barnett cracks the top 4.
Yeah, I think he's a sleeper. I think like he can definitely improve. But like for now, he's not shown that first round talent that we drafted him for. And speaking of sleepers, what about next year's sleeper team? Because I've been thinking about this, and I'm like, which team next year is going to be like that big sleeper team that like no one is going to expect, like the 49ers, like last year. No one expected them to be this good and like go straight to the Super Bowl.
I don't think the 49ers are really a sleeper. I think everybody knew how good Nick Bosa was. They made a bunch of giant free agent signings. It's sort of like the Dolphins are doing this year. But the Dolphins don't have the talent to make a Super Bowl run this year.
Man,
Um,
they're still a year away. But like I think personally, I'm thinking like Bills, like actually. Like they
Bill?
upset the Patriots for winning the division. And then like yeah, the Bills. They're making some moves, man. Like they've been low key making some big moves.
Yeah. I think the Bills is definitely an option. Giants is up there, but I'd have to go with the Buccaneers.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think with the Tom Brady signing, he can lead that offense. He's got great receivers around him, a good tight end. I think they're still going to need to sign a running back because Tom Brady likes to run the ball a lot, and Peyton Barber just isn't a Tom Brady type of running back. He
Yeah.
likes guys that can receive out of the backfield. He likes a James White, Sony Michel
Wait,
comp.
would he want a Boston Scott? We could trade Boston Scott. The six
I
head
don't know.
play.
I don't think we're going to get enough back for it. If we traded Boston Scott right now, you might get like a fifth round pick.
Eh? Actually, no. Knowing High Roseman, eh. Yeah,
Yeah.
his history, that's not great.
He can't hit on the late draft picks.
Yeah.
I only trust him to draft like in the first round when everybody knows that he's getting a good player. But in the later rounds when it's his choice and it's up to his scouting, it's just not there. He keeps losing these battles.
Yeah, I really am worried.
Yeah.
And
If
yeah,
you go like the last 10 years, everything fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, I don't think we've had a really good player besides maybe Jason Kelsey, and I'm pretty sure that was Chip Kelly.
but yeah, now we have that off tangent. Why do you think that the Bills won't be as like? I think the Bills are a better sleeper team than the Patriots, like the Buccaneers, because I'm worried about the Bruce Arians offense with Tom Brady.
I think Tom Brady's just going to take control of that offense, tell Bruce Arians to go
You
handle.
really think Bruce Arians is gonna let that happen?
I don't think he has a choice. It's Tom fucking Brady.
I don't know. I
In
think
the
Tom
contract,
Brady's just gonna want to ride the waves. He wants to have some fun, man.
I don't think Tom Brady would have signed with them if he was going to be taking orders from a guy with like no Super Bowl experience.
Yeah,
I
that's
think Tom command that defense, and honestly, I think Tom Brady knows a lot more than Bruce Arians. It's in Bruce Arians' best interest to just let Tom do what he does.
yeah. Even then, like, I don't know. I worry for that defense because those corners are like their D line's good, but their corners, God, those corners scare me.
Yeah, their D line's good. But they just took a huge shot losing Ndamukong Suh. I like their linebackers though. Devin White's a really good prospect.
Oh yeah, no, Devin White was really good.
Yeah, I just don't know about that secondary if they can hold up or not.
I personally think like the Bills. First of all, their defense is beautiful. It's gorgeous of a defense. I love
Yeah,
it. And
it's
like
well rounded.
yeah, and then their offense. They got Stephon Diggs now, which is a great pickup. But like, my only worry, Josh Allen. We'll see what he's made of this year. He's got
Yeah,
everything around him. I think he's gonna be the real. This is gonna be the real sleeper team. Like people are not giving enough respect to Sean McDermott and his team. Like, boy, they are. That GM of theirs is a madman. He is just getting everything he wants.
I like the guys around him. They have a decent running back core led by Frank Gore and
The old man boy.
old man Gore.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. Outside of Stephon Diggs, like their best receiver is Cole Beasley. They don't have a really good tight end, and I just can't see Josh Allen commanding that offense, especially with a broken O line.
Oh yeah, no, their O line is a problem. I think O line is a problem for them.
Yeah, their O line's a major problem. They need a young tight end. They probably should have got one in free agency. I don't know how much money they have left, but definitely should have been looking at tight end. Stephon Diggs is a great playmaker. Don't get me wrong, but half of his plays came when the number one corner was on Thielen.
Mm.
It might be like the Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster thing. Like when the number one corner's on Brown, Smith-Schuster can make plays, but once Brown leaves and Stephon Diggs or Smith-Schuster's a number one wide receiver and he's got a number one corner on him, he might not be able to do it.
I think that we may or we have to give Juju like another year. I think I think we're piling too
Yeah,
much shit on Juju. Like he had no like literally Ben was gone the entire year. So I don't
yeah,
know.
he didn't have Ben, but still, you got to try to make plays.
You gotta make it something. Like if what is it? If what is it? James Washington can make plays and be the number one receiver on your
Yeah.
team. That is a problem.
His stats with Juju Smith-Schuster's stats with Ben Roethlisberger are worse than like who's a backup quarterback? Probably Torrey Smith
Well,
with
no,
Nick
their backup quarterback is Duck Hodges, Mason
Yeah.
Rudolph.
Mason Rudolph. But Juju Smith-Schuster, when he had that backup quarterback, it's not the same we're seeing with other wide receivers when they have backup quarterback. Like DeAndre Hopkins worked with losers for years until Deshaun Watson was taken.
Yeah.
During the Nick Foles Super Bowl
May we
run,
pray
I
for
think.
Deshaun Watson and his future because my boy,
Yeah,
he's screwed. He,
he's still young, so he might be in the rebuild, but I really don't see Bill O'Brien trading him away.
It's not even that. I'm just saying he needs to not sign a long-term extension so he can finally escape to freaking Bill O'Brien. There needs to
Yeah,
be a way for him to escape. They're gonna keep on franchise tagging him, and it's gonna be like Kirk Cousins all over again. He wants freedom, but there is no such thing as freedom with Bill O'Brien.
well, he's still under his rookie contract, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, but if he does sign his extension with still Houston, it's gonna be big. It's going to be really big. It's gonna be huge.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, speaking of huge, we're talking about the Eagles' humongous pickup of Darius Slay right now, and his contract is large. And my thing is like, is he really worth those picks? I think that like maybe, but like I don't know.
well, Well, Howie Roseman just can't hit on those later rounds. We were talking about it before. Like third and fifth, he just doesn't find those diamonds in the rough. He in like the premier rounds, first and second, when everybody knows the name of the guy he's picking, he can just choose a playmaker. But in the later rounds, when it's up to him and it's down to his scouts, he just can't find the best players. Like you can go back the last 10 years. Let's start at 2011. We gave up a third and fifth for Darius Slay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so third and fifth, 2011. Curtis Marsh and Dion Lewis. Dion Lewis had a great career later with the
Yeah.
Titans. He just got cut, but he wasn't that good on Philly. I think Darius Slay is more valuable than both those guys.
Yeah, I definitely think that.
2012, some feelings might come back because Nick Foles was the third round pick, and Dennis
Oh.
Kelly was the fifth. I still think.
I don't know. With
Like-
Nick Foles got us a Super Bowl, so like,
Yeah, he came
wait,
back though.
let's call that 50-50. Let's call that a 50-50.
All right. And then 2013, we took Benny Logan and Earl Wolf.
I have no idea which either one of those guys are.
Benny Logan was a defensive tackle out of LSU. I think he's on the Titans right now. Don't quote me on that. I don't follow him. But Earl Wolf isn't even he's not even in the NFL anymore. He's a safety.
Yeah.
I heard his name in like 3 years.
Yeah, I haven't even heard his name before.
2014, we took wide receiver Josh Huff and offensive tackle Taylor Hart. Neither of those guys
Yeah, they're
are.
not in the NFL anymore.
Yeah.
Like, we could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're not.
2015, we got Jordan Hicks in the third round, and we didn't have a fifth round pick.
Interesting.
But our fourth was Ja'Cory Shepard, so you don't even know who that is.
Yeah, both those guys. I don't think they're in the league anymore.
Jordan Hicks?
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
he
no,
is.
Jordan Hicks is actually... No, Jordan Hicks is... Yeah, sorry, I completely blanked. Jordan Hicks is
Yeah.
still here, yeah. Sorry.
Jordan Hicks, he was good. Like, he was a great prospect coming out, and Howie stole him in the third round, but he just couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah,
It's another one of those guys. We have a history of those guys.
Yeah, well, I don't know why. Like, Howie Roseman's like, let me check. Bad medical history, check. Is hydra... like, O lineman, check. D lineman, check. Like, that's his thing. Like, he needs to be injury prone. Our team must be in the medical tent.
That's why we had to get rid of Malcolm Jenkins. He didn't miss enough snaps.
Yeah, man. You gotta miss 25% of your snaps at least to be an Eagle.
Yeah. 2016, we took Isaac Samalu in the third and Wendell Smallwood in the fifth.
Okay,
Obviously,
those guys are not as worth it, but like they're not bad.
they're not as bad.
But they're
nowhere
not
near
they're not Darius Slay.
Yeah. So, 2017, Rasul Douglas and Shelton Gibson.
Rasul,
I think Darius Slay's
definitely
way better.
better than both of them.
2018, we didn't have a third or a fifth. 2019, we
Oh,
didn't
was
have
that the year? Wait, what year is that again?
2018 was the Dallas Goedert year.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert year. But wait,
Yeah,
what was the year that we didn't have the third and the fifth?
2018 that year.
Okay, 2018. Okay, sorry.
It was coming off the Super Bowl, and we traded our Lamar Jackson. We traded the pick that ended
Yeah.
up being Lamar.
No, actually, you're right. Actually,
Yeah, 2019, we didn't have a third round pick, and fifth is Clayton Thorson, who didn't even make the roster.
Oh no, that was. Let's not
Yeah,
talk about Clayton Thorson. Jesus
he
Christ,
went to
man. Why,
Cowboys.
Howie? Why?
I don't even know why we needed a quarterback. We had Nate Sudfeld and Josh McCown under
Well, no,
contract.
Josh McCown wasn't even there yet.
Oh, we didn't sign him yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
no. That was until
We had
Nate Sudfeld. Literally, all our quarterbacks died during preseason. The purge of the
uh,
quarterbacks.
and then we cut Nate Sudfeld, and he went and signed with the Patriots.
Yeah.
But Clayton Thorson, terrible pick. So I think all in all, a third and a fifth is not anywhere close to Darius Slay. I think that was a good trade.
I'm worried with the contract personally. That like the picks weren't as big of a problem. Like I know some Eagles fans were hung up on it, but like guys, this is Howie Roseman. So like let's be realistic here.
I've heard a lot of Eagles fans saying that third and fifth is too much, especially after what happened with DeAndre Hopkins. If you can get him for a second, then a third and a fifth for Darius Slay is
Look,
too
not
much.
everyone's freaking Bill O'Brien, whose head
Yeah.
is literally just a hollow. He's like a walnut. There's nothing inside.
Yeah, not everyone trading for players is getting them from Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah,
But
I don't know. At least when John Gruden trades out his superstars, he gets stuff worth back.
well, that's because he's John Gruden. No one can
Yeah.
resist Chucky.
Yeah, but I think third and fifth definitely worth Darius Slay. It is a huge shot to our draft ammo. It might not. It might.
We may not be able to. We may not be able to move up as high, but like at the
Yeah,
end of the day, I'd rather have Darius Slay.
I think if we're going to trade up, we'd have to give away like both our fourths and a sixth or something just to move up 4 or 5 spots. That's what we did last year for
Andre Dillard. Yeah.
We moved up 3 spots and we gave up a fourth and a fifth.
And we cucked the Texans. It's our
Yeah.
favorite thing to do. We
That's why they
love
had.
cucking teams.
Yeah, if they could have gotten Andre Dillard, they wouldn't have given up 2 first-round picks for the fucking Dolphins left tackle.
Yep. So Houston fans, if you want to be mad at Howie because that's what he loves to do. He cucked the freaking Dallas Cowboys, and he also cucked the freaking Houston Texans.
Well-
Who's he gonna cuck this year?
They can be mad at Howie, but I think they should be a lot more mad at Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, they have bigger problems to deal with, but like Howie's one of them. Let's put it lightly at that.
Deal with Howie after. Just get Bill out of there.
Yeah, purge him, remove him from the sink, but remove him from history. Never speak of him again.
Yeah, but we've just seen it time and time again. Like with first-round picks or premier picks, first and second, you get guys like Dallas Goedert, Sidney Jones, Carson Wentz, Nelson Aguilar, like those proven guys, they can be key pieces in our team. But when he has to go into some of the later rounds or sometimes late second and find a player from his own scouting, you end up with guys like J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
I don't know. Let's not throw JJ there yet. I think
All right,
give him a
He
year.
still
Give
has
him a
more
year.
time for himself.
Yeah.
Like Mac Hollins, Donald Pumphrey, Blake Countess, like none of these guys
God,
contributed
none
to.
of these guys were great.
Yeah, I think in the later rounds, a lot of other people have higher hit rates than us.
Yeah, Mac Hollins is. Boy, I feel bad for him. That man just keeps on getting brought in, brought out, brought in, brought out.
Yeah.
Just musical chairs.
I thought he was still in the Dolphins after we cut him.
I don't know. Maybe he is on Dolphins, but I don't know. I didn't see anything on that, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, he's still in the Dolphins. I just checked.
Okay, he's on the Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing. They're making a lot of signings, but I honestly can't see them making any sort of playoff run this year.
It depends. Can their defense come together? And second of all, do they get a quarterback? Because they're talking about going for Joe Burrow, and
you got to just feel for Dolphins fans though. They've been under the Patriots' heel for 15 years, and then the second Brady leaves, they're like, "Oh shit, we have a playoff." Go sign a bunch of players.
Yeah, but my question is,
I just can't see them.
why would you trade for Joe? Why would you trade for Joe Burrow? I personally think Tua is better. Like, I don't know why you would trade for Joe Burrow.
You think the Dolphins are going to trade up for Joe Burrow?
That's what the rumblings are saying.
I don't think the Bengals are ever giving up that pick.
They're putting in like a humongous ass package for Joe Burrow. I'm like, why? Why? It's not worth it.
They hard tanked for Burrow, and last year,
no, they were intentionally trying to win games, and they still tanked.
Yeah. Well, once they lost like the first 10 games, they just pretty much gave up and started losing on purpose.
Well, yeah, at that point, but like it pretty clear early in the year they were trying to do something, but unfortunately, they are shit.
They just can't do anything with AJ Green gone. Like unless you have a playmaking wide receiver, Andy Dalton's not going to tear up any defenses.
Yeah, well, Boyd could have done something, but unfortunately he's
Yeah,
a wide receiver too. And John Ross is good too, but like none of those guys are number one receivers like AJ Green.
yeah. Boyd is more of like a slot guy, and Ross is just a burner. But yeah, they're not going to be making.
They're just gonna pull back and play coverage on you.
Yeah, and he's like a little bit slower version of Tyreek Hill.
No,
Honestly,
no, doesn't he have like the? Does he still? He's no. John Ross holds the record for the 40
yeah, he
yard.
has that yard dash, but Tyreek Hill, he was saying he was going to break the record, and then he apparently, allegedly, he said he stumbled at the very beginning of the first time, and then by the second time he was gassed.
Conspiracy.
I don't know if I believe that, but
You
if
know
he
what?
did, well, he still got a pretty damn good score.
No.
So,
It's just like Henry Ruggs, yeah. But anyway, guys, I think it's been a good day today, and hopefully you guys stay safe, stay back, and make sure you don't go out. Try to social distance more, and please wash your hands. Let's be sanitary here. We need to make sure we don't spread corona and everything like that. Anthony, do you have any final closing statements?
Hashtag Anthony's the cool one.
No, that's not happening. We're doing hashtag Brian's the cool one. Got it. Leave some questions behind because we definitely want to have some debate questions. So leave some questions behind in the comments section or inside of the Twitter comments. I don't know where I'm posting this, but
If you guys have any ideas or questions you want us to answer, we're happy to. Leave them down.
yeah, I'm always down to debate some stuff. So because well, this show it kind of is the late night debate show. So
There's just a lot of free news going on right now. We don't have a lot of time to debate.
yeah.
But if you guys leave us some options, we might do them.
Yeah, definitely. Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's a wrap, guys. Have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. So, see you guys.